top 5 Kerala dishes you will suggest us to try.
Uh, Evergreen breakfast, like a puttu and kadla curry, which is always my favorite. Uh, Definitely a great Onam Sadhya, which covers so much. Um, and then sort of North Kerala and like in our Muslim community we have patri, which is like a very thin sort of rice, not chapati as such, but like a thin rice roti type thing
Okay.
that we have with coconut milk, and it goes with a lot of other condiments, whether it's curries or but sometimes some people even have it sweet or appams or whatever. Definitely a huge variety of biryanis. I think my mum only makes some 5 kinds of biryani.
Okay.
And then what else? Like an appam and stew, which is quite our Christian community in Kerala have that. So I love that each of the communities has almost different cuisines, but it's similar in ingredients and maybe. So like for me, like Onam is so big. Like I love sadhya. So we had sadhya now during Kanta here in Hyderabad,
Okay.
and we gave a huge sadhya for the whole cast and crew, and they all loved it, and it ended on a great payasam. Yeah. So I, growing up, had no exposure to Telugu as a language. I had never really. The first time I visited Hyderabad was in 2012 or 13 for my first filmfare like debut award. So for an award function, it was the first time I came to Hyderabad.
Okay.
So I never imagined I'd get this opportunity to work here and be a part of such great films here and get this love from the audience. And I think that's what has been so magical about my life and career because it's so unpredictable.
What excites you most working in multiple industries, multiple filmmakers?
For me, it's a very cultural experience. I get to see people from different parts of the country, like whether it's my crew on the film, whether it's my co-actors, whether it's my filmmakers. Everybody is from a different part of the country. They have, and our cultures are all so unique, whether it's our food, how we speak, how we dress, the festivals we celebrate. I enjoy all of this. I think from, I always love travel, I love discovering, food or cuisine or cultures. So for me, I think my cinematic journey is also like that.
Okay. Again, when we think of Dulquer, first thing we get to the mind is a great actor.
Thank you.
Then you're also into distribution and production.
Yeah.
And then you're an automobile enthusiast.
True.
And you do have a private account where you post all your automobile collection.
I don't actually. I don't.
You don't maintain it?
No, I don't. I don't have the. I'm not one to really show these things off. But I think there's an enthusiast page, and I think whenever the cars are spotted out in public, I think they've been posting, and now even I follow that page.
You do follow it?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this because when I'm away at shoot, I don't get to see
so
my cars that much. So like that, for me also that page is now like how I see a lot of the cars.
Being Lucky Baskhar, a periodic film, you get to use a lot of vintage cars in the movie.
Right.
Do you have any input in picking those, or?
So there's a car in the film which is mine actually.
Which is your collection?
Yeah, it's the red Nissan Patrol in the film is actually my personal car.
Personal collection. Yeah. Okay.
So in a way it was good because I mean a lot of the cars take time to restore.
Okay.
So because we needed something in the car, Menki was like, sir, I'm not finding anything else. Can we use yours? I said, yeah, but it's still under restoration. So good thing was I could finish up that restoration very quickly.
Okay.
So that suddenly became priority and we could get it out. And it looks great in the film.
Yeah. How did Lucky Baskhar come to you? Like, what made you accept Venki's script?
So I felt like both Mahanati and Sitaram had more of a romantic angle to it. Even though Gemini is grey shades and so much more of that story, but the dynamic mostly you see him is with Savitri Garu and their love story, I think. And similarly in Sitaram. So I was like, the next thing I do in Telugu should not be just another love story again. I want to do something else. So when Venki came to me with this, I was like, oh wow, this is such a different world from anything I've done in any language. And I have this obsessive attention to detail and logic, and so I had so many questions to ask him. But he was so well researched. So I was like, okay, I knew that he knows what he's doing, what he's talking about. And this whole world, this whole financial backdrop, I felt like he'd really researched. And it's not easy. Yeah. So that I really appreciated. But at the core of it, I felt like it's a very nice common man story. I feel like we all are either in some ways Baskhar or have been Baskhar or know somebody who's Baskhar, because he's somebody who's kind of fighting month on month with sort of a negative cash flow because his salary is fixed.
Yeah, my next question was
Yeah,
that like
yeah.
the movie deals with the concept of common man getting some sudden wealth, the consequences following it.
Right.
So how do you think it will resonate with the audience, or you say the common man?
I feel like a majority of our country will feel like they are Bhaskar in some form. This is my faith. Like when I heard the script, I was like, Venki, when they walk out of the cinemas, if they can feel like they're Bhaskar in some way, that will be the biggest thing we can achieve in this film, because his struggles are real. Like he has like most Indian families, he has an extended family, like a big, it's a joint family almost that they're living together. He's the only breadwinner in the family. He has to live off a fixed salary, and his only hope in life is to get a promotion. And I feel like we all have a certain self-worth, self-respect, pride that we have. And somewhere that's challenged is when,
Will Lucky Baskhar be a good friend to Dulquer Salmaan in real life?
Bhaskar, yeah, I think so. Yeah, because he's a good guy. End of the day, he's a good guy who he has good intentions. I mean, I'm sure from the trailer also you can see, but you can see how money affects him, how success affects him. And, I think we all know somebody like that. Some friends who've either changed with success and that has made you unhappy, or you have some friends who are hugely successful and never changed, and that has made you so happy because he's always stayed the same or is grounded. So I feel like we're exploring all of that in the film. It's very interesting. That.
Yeah.